Alright, hi guys, my name is Duel Hughes, Communications Officer at the Guyana Wildlife Conservation and Management Commission. And with me this evening I have the man himself, Dr. Anthony Cummings, and we are here to talk to you about the Wild-a-Thon, especially the Georgetown leg that we would have had. Now Doc, how do you feel after that first leg?
I am excited. When I started this morning I was a little bit discouraged. Not a lot of folks came out, but by the end of the day, by the end of the art competition, I was energized. I was really excited and impressed by the quality of art that we saw. Given that these young children came in and they had 30 minutes to develop the art that they did, and they had just a conceptual view of what is it we're working on. By the end of the day, by the time I was just excited and elated that we had a chance to meet those young people and meet the people who ran with us and do it. Just a great day.
All right.
I'm excited.
Wonderful, glad to hear. Now, can you say what parts of the event you found a bit challenging today?
I don't like to run alone, and I had to do a lot of running by myself. That was not a part of the plan. I was hoping that we'll be running with other people at least throughout most of the 13.1 miles. I had a chance to run with Jamal, and that was exciting. Those 3 miles were really good, and then I had a chance to run with Nika Jarvis, and she's an inspiration herself, right? And I've heard so much about Stride 592, and I had a chance to meet her and to run with her. That in itself was encouraging as well, just to get a chance to meet someone whose goals align with what we're trying to do here with the Wild-a-Thon as well. So that was really that was exciting. But in the bits where I was running by myself, not so exciting. Yeah, that was challenging.
All right. Yeah. So for those of you out there who are viewing, the Wild-a-Thon series, it basically comprises 3 events in each region. So there's a run, there's an art competition for primary school students, and a panel discussion for secondary school students. Now, Dr. Cummings, can you give us a little bit insight into what exactly is the motivation behind these events?
Yeah, that's a good question. And the thought of when we were trying to conceptualize this and think about what we needed to do is how do we merge 2 very important aspects of our existence as humans, if you like. The first is our own health, and then the health of the ecosystem on the whole. And as you defined earlier today, wildlife is not only animals, it's also plants and the health of our ecosystems. And there are a couple of things that made us come up with this idea. One is we can't talk about human health and wildlife health separate to each other. We got to talk about these 2 things together. And what we're trying to do through these runs is to encourage everybody, not only young people. When we started talking to people about running and so on, they said, well, we got to get the best athletes to come and run with you. And we push back against that idea because we want everybody to come and run. I think everyone can benefit from moving a little bit more. So the idea of human health and wildlife health, we can't divorce those 2 ideas from each other, right? So if we're thinking of all the wonderful conservation plans and we don't take care of people, then we're not going to go very far with them. We got to keep these 2 ideas together.
All right, wonderful. And so final question for now. So as we mentioned at the beginning, we did the Georgetown run today, and we are now, we're doing a run in each region. So what are you hoping to see moving forward as we move to other regions, and then maybe you can also highlight what exactly you're doing tomorrow, where we'll be?
Yeah. So tomorrow, March 9th, we're in Linden. Right. So we'll be starting at the I Love Linden sign, and as we did in Georgetown, the idea is to run 13.1 miles. And in another video, I can explain why that number is important here in Guyana. But we're going to run, and the idea is to run with as many people as possible. We call these a conversational run. So if they run with me, for example, we talk about wildlife. I want to get to know people as well and talk about their own lives and just get to know people. We'll have an art competition here as well in London. And hopefully, we'll have a panel discussion as well where young people can talk about wildlife. And the art competition tomorrow is focused on the iguana. So just in case you're watching this and thinking of coming and joining us tomorrow, we're depicting the iguana, and it's a very important animal. We see it everywhere in Guyana. So yes, tomorrow we're in Linden. If you're up and about and want to come and move a little bit, come on to the I Love Linden sign at 5:30 in the morning, and we'll get running at about 5:45 or so. You don't have to run 13.1 miles. The idea is that everyone can maybe run a half a mile or a mile, and just run with me. Just keep my company as I run. Right. The idea is to run one of these in 11 days, so one per region over the next 11 days or so.
All right, well, thank you very much for that. And Lindeners, we hope to see you out there. So while we start at the I Love Linden sign, the art competition and panel discussion will be at the Retrieve basketball court. So, and those will start from about 10. All right, so come out and let's be part of this wonderful experience as we learn more about wildlife and how important a role they play in not only preserving the environment but also our